What's up everybody, this is Rob Shag. So today we're going to be doing the next video in my Midnight Club Street Racing walkthrough. We're doing a max speed test with the car we got last week. It's the Crown Mail, which is a good car, honestly. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs if you're new to the channel. I've been going through Midnight Club, almost done with it actually at this point, so it's been a good time. But also, help me get to 1,000 subs, like I just said that. So we're going to be doing a max speed test today. I'm just going to kind of talk about the Crown Mail, and that this car is just kind of give some information about it. It's essentially a mail truck, and what I realized is that it is actually the London police wagon, or I guess the police wagon is probably a tuned up Crown Mail car, but it's the exact same car in pretty much every single detail except for the decals. But yeah, so I just realized that as I was looking at them both, I was like, oh wait, that's totally the same car, just slightly different, because it literally just has Crown Mail logos on it instead of police car logos. But yeah, so we're just gonna try to not hit everything ever. This car is very good in that it has very high acceleration, given that it's a huge van. I also can't keep it straight. Its handling is terrible. Every time you tap the joystick, it basically tries to freaking turn as far as humanly possible. That's what keeps happening there. But this car's acceleration is very good. I'm curious about its top speed. I think its top speed isn't super phenomenal, but it sure gets there quick. I mean, honestly, I like how Midnight Club added all these, like, pedestrian cars and all this other stuff you can unlock in the game as I go flying all over the place, because it's just interesting to find. So there's, like, obviously the cars for each of the people, but I think it's so interesting that they unlock, you can drive these things. It's just a whole nother level of, I mean, the game would be over in like 2 seconds if you didn't care about this stuff, but it's not too hard to find all these things and do all these things because they're literally just right there in the missions when you finish the game. So that's pretty cool, but also finding the cars, which I'll do as well for London. It's just cool that they even have anything like that. So I just think that they did a good job with this game, adding a lot of bonus content to the side, because obviously you could have literally just had this game end with beating the homeboys, getting their cars, beating the champion, moving on to the city, beating the world champion, and then moving on, like being done with this game. But adding all this extra stuff is what makes the game super enjoyable, and pretty much doubles the length of the game, honestly. Like, you're unlocking like 9 extra cars, you're finding 2 in New York and 3 in London. It's pretty great. The train coming to our house, so if you hear that, that's what that is. But yeah, this thing's handling is completely terrible, and it also flips over very easily. But basically, if you're doing a straight line course with this car, you'd do pretty good with this thing. This thing would be very good. It's very quick. It also doesn't slow down very much. As you drive this thing, as you hit stuff, it seems like it doesn't really slow down, like, ever. Like, if you hit the handbrake, it's just kind of holds its speed very well. Kind of a unique little thing about this car is that it can do that. But it is very flippy. It'll flip over a whole lot very easily, and for being a Crown Mail truck, you'd think that it would have a little bit more durability, but it really doesn't, honestly. It's pretty bad, actually. But we're just gonna flip. Wow, okay, flip and land it. Yeah, I did not plan that. Yeah, this thing can really go in terms of acceleration. Like, it's basically always really short to, it's really close to being over 100 anytime you hit anything with this car, which is kind of shocking. It seems like its acceleration right when it makes impacts is like pretty quick. It just can jump up in speed very quickly when it's accelerated all the way. But I already totaled it, so that's one now. I want to see how fast I can get this thing to go, but I've been hitting so much stuff and I've enjoyed flipping this car all over the place. But I'll actually try to keep it straight and hit this downhill part of this little bridge tunnel area well. But you see that it doesn't turn very well, like, at all. But it also doesn't slow down when you hit stuff. So it's a very weird car in that it definitely feels like it can maintain its speed very easily. So I saw a brief 147 in there, so I'm just gonna cite that that's what it is as I just completely destroy this thing. I mean, this car can get. Also, so I think I get it now. This car stays in 4th gear for a very, very long time. So I was in the fourth gear still while I was bouncing around in the tunnel there, and I was still able to just jump up in power, which that's not how cars work, but for this it's fine. Cars don't handle their speed that well if they're... What was that? I feel like my car just hit an invisible wall or invisible car. Anyway, um, oh wow, this car's way faster than what I'm saying. I said last time, 148 on that little downhill part right there. Okay, so this thing is way faster than I realized. But what was I saying about this car? I don't remember. Oh yeah, it stays in the fourth gear. That doesn't actually make any sense, and no car really in real life can do that. And if you do get into fourth gear, you don't accelerate super duper fast like that. That's kind of not how transmissions work. But I respect them for making this car interesting though. So we got it to 149 briefly right there. So we're gonna have to see. I think we can get it to 150. And that'd be a very good top speed, very respectable. Again, this car is very sluggish in its handling, so tapping the handbrake doesn't really do anything. You have to pretty much hold it down. But the fortunate thing is that it stays in fourth gear so long that it stays fast. So I like this car. I honestly think it's a very, very good car. It's kind of underrated because again, it's one of the last things you, if you're playing this game chronologically, one of the last things you unlock is this Crown Mail car. So like, or truck or wagon or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's pretty late in the game, so you're not gonna like use this thing to win some of the head round things. Probably could try to, but you would hopefully be doing this one last. You wouldn't jump all the way to 15 without having done all the other ones first. But this car's good. This car is honestly very good. I wasn't expecting it to be good because its handling is sluggish, but its acceleration is great. Its top speed is pretty good. 150 is good. It's not like terrible. It's not like mind blowing, but it's pretty good given the car I'm driving. I mean, I'm driving like a freaking huge Crown Mail thing. It's weird how they make the vans have a lot of acceleration because the police van has a lot of acceleration too. So, not really sure what's going on with that. All right, so 154 is what we got there. Okay, let's just break the game in this weird tunnel because this tunnel pretty much breaks the entire game, and then now we're done. So thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it. This was a lot of fun, and now next up we'll do the teams race, whatever that is.